can I get you something?
Yes, I'm having a great time. Can I have a scotch and soda? And the brothers, what you want? Like light beers for the fellas.
2 club sodas.
Don't crack me up, man, with this on-duty shit. Billy, you know, you don't have to be embarrassed if your dick gets hard. But your dick is supposed to get hard, see? That's the whole object of this. Taggart's dick is hard, but he won't let you know because he's the boss. The boss dick got to stay limp, right? See, I ain't on duty, so my dick can be hard. Hey, Taggart, look. Check that out. I found out at Maitland's warehouse. Billy! Bill!
Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakwadash. Much respect to you, like me, no go off you and pushing the work of the Lord in true faith, sincerity, and promoting bodies and make sacrifice, man. So today in this exhortation, you know, in this edification, in this lesson, I'm basically going over how, you know, be not over righteous, man. You know, that's one of the main, you know, things that we have to know, you know, especially when you're new to this faith. You have to understand that you have to be balanced with all the things that you do, man. And ultimately, you can't be over righteous, man. You have to be just right, man. You know, you have to be just right, man. You know, you got to be balanced with everything that you do. You know, and I got inspiration to do this lesson is by, you know, watching, you know, the movie Beverly Hills Cop, man. You know, and I was watching it and like basically, you know, the verse, you know, be not over righteous popped up in my head through the Spirit. You know, and basically he was trying to explain to them, man, you know, you can have some fun some here and there, man. You know, because you see these two dudes, you know, they don't really have that you know, that experience, you know, being a cop, you know. Well, you know, they don't have that experience, so they think that they got to be serious all the time and all that. But Foley, you know, Eddie Murphy in the movie, he was actually experienced, man, you know, with being a cop, you know, and he was basically explaining to them, man, that you can have some fun sometimes, man. You just got to be able to balance it, man. You know, he was joking around. He was like, man, you can get your dick hard, man. You know, you can get your dick hard, you know, sometimes, man. You know, you don't got to, you know, make sure you're limp all the time, like he said, man. But basically what he was basically trying to explain, you know, in that context, you know, in the movie scene is basically, man, you know, through the Spirit, you know, be not over righteous, man. You know, because if you be so over righteous, man, you know, you serious all the time, you know, you always in a specific mode all the time, then you're gonna eventually, you know, your system's eventually gonna crash, man. You know, if you keep going, it's like you know, you're in a car, man. You know, if you're driving a car, man, you can't go full speed all the time. You have to know when to slow down. You have to know when to take a, you know, a curve, you know, something like that, man. So that's how you gotta, you know, be in the faith, man. You gotta know when to step up the gas, and you gotta know when to, you know, push back a little, man, and move out the way. And basically, yeah, that's what, you know, I'm gonna be going over in this lesson, man, especially to the new brothers in the faith. You know, you have to understand that you can have fun, man. You know, you can have fun, you know, while being in the truth, man. You know, it's because I remember when I first got into the truth, man. You know, I used to lock myself in a room on the Sabbath, man. You know, lock myself in the room in the dark, in the hot room, man. You know, but I didn't need to do that, man. You know, you don't gotta be over righteous, man. You know, just know that ultimately there's a time and place for everything, man. You know. And now let's go into the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 16. Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse 16, and it reads, be not righteous over much. You know, so do not be, you know, over righteous, man. You know, do not be righteous much, man. You know, meaning that, you know, you have to make sure you're balanced with your righteousness, man. You know, make sure you're just right. You're in the middle with righteousness, man. Don't be, you know, trying to be especially in the truth. Don't try to be a super Israelite, man. You know, wearing fringes to Walmart. You know, wearing fringes to your job. You know, is that really necessary? You know, and also another way of being over righteous, man. You know, wearing a Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shirt, man. You know, to work, or or trying to prophesy the word, at your job or something. That's being over righteous, man. The Lord didn't command us to do that, man. But as you continue to build in the truth, then you start to realize, man, that you don't always got to be in truth mode all the time, man. And I'm gonna go into that precept, man, to basically show that there's a time and place for everything. But continue on in the verse, neither make thyself overwise, man. So don't make yourself overwise. Don't try to dig deep, so deep, because if you try to dig a hole, say so you're digging a hole so deep and you keep going, you're eventually gonna fall down, man. So ultimately ensure yourself, man, in things that man. Do not try to go deep. I knew this brother, man. This brother I used to, do the truth with, man. He fell out, but his problem was that he tried to be overwise, man. He kept trying to, try to take the next step when he didn't even finish the previous step, man. So basically, man, you have to, make sure you're not trying to be overwise, man. He tried to be so overwise to the point that he fell out, man. He was trying to go into different books, like the book of Enoch, and books like that, trying to dig too deep when you don't even know some of the basics, man. The scripture says you have to chew the meat, before you can eat the whole bone, man. And another example is, man, you got to be able to crawl before you know how to walk, man. So it's levels to this thing, man. Do not try to make yourself overwise, man. Because if you try to do that, then that ego demon is going to hop on you. Then you're going to be trying to confound your elders and think you're smarter than your elders and all that, which is not a good look, man. And continue on in the verse. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself, man? Because if you continue to be over righteous, man, you're going to end up destroying yourself, man. Not only, physically, but most importantly, psychologically, man. Which can, be a long-term detriment to you, man. So, don't be over righteous, man. Just do what you got to do, man. Stop trying to be extra, man. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple, man. Even Yahushua himself, Yahushua wasn't so extravagant. He wasn't a person that was so extra. Yahushua was a simple man, He didn't come in glorious apparel. He wasn't trying to, be holier than thou spirit. No, he was humble. And he knew that ultimately, man, I just got to do what I got to do, man. The glory's not for me yet, man. So basically, that's the same mindset we got to have. We got to have that humble mindset, man. You can have fun sometimes, man. You can have fun. And now let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. Starting at the first verse, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, man. So for everything there is a season. A season is a period of time, man. And a time to every purpose under the heaven, man. So there's a time for everything, man. There's a time and place for everything. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, So a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, man. So there's a time for everything, man. You can have fun, man. You can have fun. We're already catching so much hell already, man. We're already catching so much hell already. Sometimes, man, spoil yourself, man. Spoil yourself, to try to, sometimes you gotta please the flesh a little. You know what I'm saying? But when you please the flesh, you have to know to balance it, man. You gotta know that you have to give more to the spirit than the flesh. But sometimes you gotta make sure you're taking care of your flesh, man. You gotta make sure sometimes you're spoiling yourself. You gotta make sure you're kind of like, increasing your esteem about you, man. Because there's a saying that you gotta love yourself before you love anybody else, man. So sometimes you have fun, man. Whatever gets your spirit, going, makes you feel good, and you know how to balance it, then do it, man. Find a hobby, man. Don't be truth mode all the time, man, because The scriptures didn't command us to be like that, man. The scriptures didn't command us to be like robots, man. You know, the 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 scriptures is teaching us that how to be a logical man. You know, how to be logical men. You know, and a logical man knows that there's a time and place for everything, man. And continue on in the fifth verse, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, man. So there's a time to embrace something, and there's a time to stop embracing something. A time to get, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to show, a time to keep silence, a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, a time of peace, man. So at the end of the day, man, there's a time and place for everything, man. You know, if you have like, you can have fun, man. You know, there's a time to have fun. There's a time to be 100% in the spirit. You know, you know. But you gotta be able to know, like, when to you know, press the put the pressure on the gas, and when to you know sit back a little, man. You know, like a car. You know, if you're in traffic, you got to know when to stop it. You can't go full speed all the time. So, you know, sometimes, brothers, man, you know, have some fun to yourself, man. You know, don't try to, be so over-righteous, because when you be so over-righteous, man, that's how you get depressed, man. Sometimes you got to make sure you balance things out, because in this truth, you know, the main thing you learn is balance, man. You know, you got to learn to balance things, man. You know, we live a double life, man. You know, and we have to ultimately aid both of our personas, man. You know, both of our egos, man. You know, during the daytime we're Bruce Wayne, you know, and during the night we're Batman, man. You know, so Bruce Wayne, you know, which is Batman, he knows to ultimately spoil himself sometimes, man. You know, if your spirit feels like eating a burger, you know, then go eat a burger, man. You know, don't try to be so over righteous, man. You know, like, obviously, you know, you got to know how to balance things, man. You know, because they say too much of anything is not good for you. You know, sometimes you gotta, balance. Sometimes you gotta mix something into your life, man, that brings you some fun, man. But not to the point that fun ultimately brings you to fall out of the faith, man. No, we're not saying just go have fun anytime you want, but we're saying, man, balance it. You know, balance, the spirit and the flesh, man. Make sure you continue to be, balanced, man. Because when you're not balanced, that's when something breaks off. That's when something falls, man. You know? So, brothers, man, just, you can have some fun, man, but, always make sure, you're thinking, through the spirit, man, and make sure that fun that you're having, is leading, to a positive effect, not something that would lead to a negative effect, man. So with that, Lord willing, we edify to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kakradash, man. Be not so over righteous, man. Be not so over righteous. Don't trap yourself. I remember when I first got into the truth, man. I used to trap myself in the house all day, every day. I didn't even go to parties. It was to the point that I didn't even have jeans, man. To go out to a specific place, man. Because I was so used to staying in the house all day, reading the scriptures and all that. But once you start to mature in the faith, you start to notice that, there's a time and place for everything, and that you have to balance, the flesh and the spirit, man. So go for a walk, man. Go to the mall or something, go to the mall, go to the beach, go do something, man, especially in the times that we're in. Have fun to the best of your ability, man, because in the times to come, there's going to be no mirth, man. There's going to be no mirth at all. It's just going to be all hell breaking loose. So, take advantage of these times, man. Have fun to the best of your ability. Notice how I'm saying to the best of your ability in the most righteous manner, man. So, man, shalom, keep the faith, with that, man, I'll just give our praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kakradash, shalom, death to America, above.